everyone, it's Misty from the Jollified Elf. Welcome back to another Festive Friday video. I'm going to apologize if my voice sounds different. I'm actually filming this about 5:30 in the morning on Friday. If you follow me on Twitter, I mentioned that Festive Friday would probably go up late today because I've had my niece most of the week and I had to take her home yesterday, so I haven't had any time to film anything this week, so I'm kind of playing catch up. And if you visited my blog, there are no blog posts, and I'm sorry. I've been on vacation for 2 weeks and I still feel like I'm behind, but that's okay. So I may sound a little rough. I've actually been up since 4:30 this morning. I have no idea why I woke up that early. I think it's because my husband woke up at 4 to go to work, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So today we're going to use some texture paste. If you watched my Stampin' Up! Haul video, I mentioned that I had started purchasing the reinkers. And the main reason, well, there are two reasons why I did that. Number one, so I can have ink for my ink pads, but also number two, so I can have ink to color texture paste or embossing paste, because I really loved that card I did with the hearts that use the strawberry slush. So today I'm gonna make you a Christmas card, and we're gonna use this stencil. It's the Holiday Knit stencil from Tim Holtz. We're gonna use this die set from Simon Said Stamp. This is Christmas Blessings. And then we're gonna use some more of this Ranger texture paste, and I'm gonna mix it with Real Red. So we have red knit on a white background. So let's get started. Ooh, excuse me. This is what happens when you film so early in the morning. So I've already taped down my focal panel. This right now measures, I believe it's 4 by 5, but we're going to trim this down to 3 3/4. So I went ahead and used some painter's tape that I had stuck on me to kind of make it less tacky so we don't rip the paper. But I've taped that down to my Ranger craft mat, and now I'm going to tape down my stencil, but I'm going to line it up exactly where I want it to be. And I think that, oops, don't move. Be still. I think that is gonna work for me. So let me grab a couple more pieces of tape. I've actually had this idea in my head for this card for a few months now, since I bought the stencil last, I think like October, November. I just haven't gotten around to making this card, which is true of most cards. So I'm just going to use the tiniest bit of this texture paste because it really doesn't take much. We can always add more, but I hate to waste it. And that's probably too much, but that's all right. And then I'm going to drop in about 2 drops of the Real Red Reinker. Or 3. 2 or 3. And then I have a palette knife. Again, this is just a plastic palette knife I think I picked up from Simon Says Stamp. And I'm going to mix this around. Mix it around. Mix it around. I think I want it just a little bit redder. So I've been on vacation for 2 weeks, but I feel like I wasn't really on vacation. Last week I was dealing with people working in the house, and this week I've had my niece. We ended up at the American Girl doll store here in Dallas. That was an adventure with a 9-year-old. So I'm just going to smear this on. So I bought her a doll for Christmas. the Today Show had some kind of deal on them in November, I think it was, of last year. So I'm just going to spread this on. Trying to make it as thin as possible, and I may have made it too thin. So I was able to get the doll for like half price, and if you are familiar with American Girl dolls, you know how expensive they can be. So, and I mean, I love my niece more than anything, and I've been known to spoil her rotten, but I've never spent, you know, so much on one item for her. And she's, you know, she just turned 9, so she's getting to the age where she can take care of things. So that's what she got for Christmas from me. And Santa Claus brought her some clothing for her doll, etc. And she's been dying to go to the American Girl doll store, mainly because she wanted to pierce her doll's ears, which I didn't even know was a thing until this week. So we went and we went and had lunch and at the bistro and everything. But we were literally in that store for over 3 hours because it's just too much stimulus. Too many pretty things. I think it was American Girl doll to her was like, you know, Michael's or something to me, where it's just like, oh, the shiny, all the pretty. So she had birthday money because her birthday was in February. And finally, after 3 hours, I was like, I'm going to count to 10. You have to pick something. So she'd already picked out a baby, but she hadn't picked out clothes for it. So finally, that happened. So it was pretty funny. But she was like so excited. And to me, that made it all worth it. So, oh, I'm out of baby wipes. And I need a baby wipe. Grab a box. So it was definitely fun, and she had a really good time, but it was definitely not something I want to have to repeat. You know, I wouldn't want to do that all the time. But it was a great experience. The staff was amazing. You can tell that they enjoy what they do. I think you have to deal with, you know, that many children on a daily basis. And what was funny was all of the sorry, I'm trying to get some baby wipes. All of the like dads and brothers that were there kind of under duress. There was a whole group of them, and I just like, too much pink, right guys? Too much pink. And they're like, oh, too many dolls. So it was pretty funny. So her doll was named Crystal that I bought for her for Christmas. That's what she named it, because it was one of those My Girls or whatever, so it's supposed to look like her. And then, so Crystal got a baby sister named Charlotte, and Charlotte got an outfit. And then we ate at the bistro and got the little doll's ears pierced, and she made a huge Christmas list for Santa. And I let Santa know that she's got champagne taste, so kind of like her Mimi. Love it. Oh, some of it seeped through though. Minion. That's what I get for yucking my mouth. Yeah, I'm going to try again, because see how it bled through? I don't really like that. So let me go cut a piece of paper, and I'm going to try again. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I know exactly what I did wrong. I went both directions instead of just going one direction, and part of that reason is because I was too chintzy on the embossing paste. So let's add a little more. Lesson learned. Only go one direction on this. So I'm going to add some more re-inker. That's what I get for talking too much. That's what I get for filming so early in the morning. It's a whole bunch of things. It's a whole bunch of things. So, but I don't want to miss a week in the series. That's the whole point. So, and I didn't film last night. Yesterday was my husband's birthday, and he is in the middle of busy season at work, so he's working an insane amount of hours, and he got up at 4 to go to work yesterday, and then he didn't get home till after 7. And so it was like his birthday. He had mandatory overtime. I made him his favorite dinner. I wanted to spend time with him. I drove, my niece went home yesterday. So Thursday was a busy kind of day. So here we go. One direction, Misty. Just go one direction. I'm getting the tape, but that's all right. I'm not going to use it again. And what I'll do is, since I have this much left over, I'll probably pull in another piece of card. And I wonder what it looked like on black. Let's try that. That might be kind of cool. So let's lift this one up first and see how we did this time. Much better, much better. Still a little bit, but I made this piece a little bit longer because I was going to cut it off. So I'm going to go wash off my stencil, and I'm going to put some on this black card that I just have extra laying around. And as soon as this dries, we'll be back to finish this card. Okay, everyone, I'm back, and I'm actually going to go with my original panel. I know that it looks a little messed up, but honestly, all of them turned out that way. This is another one I did. This one ended up crooked, and it's not quite dark enough for me. I think you can really see the difference. I don't know. This one just looks crooked, and maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe that will work. This one's darker though, but it's all messed up. And this is actually what it looks like on black, which is also messed up. But I think that turned out really, really cool. And I think the problem with this stencil is that it's so delicate. I really think that it has to be completely flat. I did my best to do that, and it just didn't work out. So I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with this one. I think change my mind. That's what I do. So I'm gonna bring in my Big Shot because we're gonna use this die to cut out our sentiment. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do a sentiment panel on the inside of this card just yet. I don't know. I just haven't decided. And so what I may do is wait on that. So let me zoom out so you're not just completely engulfed by a Big Shot. So I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of basic black. I'm actually going to cut this 4 or 5 times. I really like the look of that layered look that people are doing, kind of make it, a bigger and a more textured piece. So 1. Ooh. And we'll do 4 because that's all the paper, about all the room I have on this piece of paper. And hopefully these cut all the way through. Hopefully, if not, I'll have to do it again with a shim. So let me move this out of the way. Let's see how we did. It's such a delicate die. I mean, her handwriting is so beautiful. If you're not familiar with Christina Werner, you are missing out. She's such an amazing card maker. And just a talented artist in general. She designed stamps for Simon Says Stamp. And she's had a blog. She's been on YouTube forever. So pretty. Okay, so I am going to speed through me taking these out so you don't have to sit here and watch me. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2-way glue pen from Stampin' Up! And I'm going to glue these pieces on top of each other. So all 4 of these blessings are going to go on top of each other. And all 4 of the Christmases are going to go on top of each other. So I will catch back up with you as soon as I have that completed. Okay guys, I'm back and here are my die cut pieces. And I got 3 thick, so they're kind of thick. They remind me of chipboard. So I have a real red card base that measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a basic black card layer that measures 4 by 5 1/4, and this measures 3 3/4 by 5. And this is kind of how I was thinking about building my card. The issue is, I don't think you can see the sentiment at all. So, I'm trying to decide how I want to remedy that. So, I don't know if I want to add a tag. I don't know if I want to add a circle. I don't know if I want to add a label, a piece of ribbon. I'm not sure. This card is very perplexing and not turning out at all like I had in mind. So, don't you love it when that happens? Not really. So, a part of me is thinking maybe to do like oh, that's coming apart. That's not helpful. To like do a panel across the front. So, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me cut a panel and let's see what it looks like. So let's see how that looks. I actually don't mind that. In fact, What if we did it right there and then we added a ribbon? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to use liquid glue. Yeah, let me try some liquid glue on this embossing. Oops. Daisy. And I can just leave that liquid glue out because I'm going to need it. So we'll just put this right. Look, we're going to cover up my boo-boos anyway. Is that straight, crooked, crooked, straight? Is it straightly crooked? It's crooked. Let me hold it up so I can see. Not that that helps a whole bunch, but maybe it'll help some. Okay, let me trim this off. Okay, and let me grab some baker's twine. I know I have some black. We'll wrap this around a couple of times on the bottom. This is from Stampin' Up. Let me grab some washi. So this card is going in a whole different direction, which they normally do, than I had originally intended, but I'm okay with it. So I've taped it on the back. Let's pull this down. Look at that. Look at that. I like it. Cut this off. Just have something sticky on my scissors, which would not surprise me in the least bit. Okay, so let's attach our die cut pieces. Let me bring in, I'm using this for glue. I'm using a little bit of Tombow. Tombow Mono liquid glue to just put some little dabs on our Christmas blessings. One of these days I'm gonna get me some multi-medium mats. I don't know when that'll happen, but it's on the list. It's on the list. Now I don't have any eyes or any dots to dot my eyes because they were so tiny. I'm sure they got thrown away. So what I may do is color some rhinestones black or maybe some pearls. Yeah, let's do some pearls. And then that can be the eyes on our card, on our sentiment. Okay, so I'm loving that for sure. Okay, let me do a bow. What have I got going on? Let me trim this off because it's unraveling. So let me try to do a bow. I'm just feeding this through. Should be plenty. I have such fat fingers, I end up making huge loops. But that's okay. Because all you have to do is pull the strings while you hold the knot. And voila! You have a bow tie. You has a bow that is tied. And I am gonna slip a glue dot. Hello, little glue dots. Come here. Come to me. Under or not. And so they'll stay. Right? Okay, I'm gonna put some dimensional adhesive on the back of this. And friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I am almost done with this card. Holy Toledo, Ohio, it's taken forever and a day. Forever and a day. Let me pull out my pearls, and while we are, or I always say we, but clearly it's just me in this room. While I am doing this, I can, my dots for my eyeballs, not my eyeballs, my eyes can be drying. Oops. Just using my Spectrum Noir. Any permanent marker will do for you. Snow, I need some snow. I need some snow, 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 snow. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, per usual, this card didn't go as planned, but I love how it turned out, for sure. Let me grab these, the tiniest pearls on the planet. Do I need a bigger one? Is this going to stick? Don't stick to me. Oh my she's so cute. Okay, I'm going to do one last thing. And I know you at home are going, leave it, don't do nothing else. But it's a Christmas card. And Christmas cards need shimmer, right? They need shimmer. So I'm going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella because I am just about out. I need to order a new pen. So I'm just going to trace. So there we go. You can kind of see the shimmer in that. So again, a long process, but we got there in the end. That always seems to happen, and I absolutely love it. So as always, links to the supplies I can link to will be down in the description box below. Follow me on social media. I'm at the Jolly Fat Elf on Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram. You can also find me as the Jolly Fat Elf on Facebook. I will try to get some blog posts written this weekend so you can see the supplies over there as well. Yeah, so thanks so much for joining me. Thanks to everyone that's liked my videos, left me a comment, or subscribed. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, until March 31st, if you place an order with me, not only do you earn product if you spend at least $50, you also get an opportunity to win $25 of your choice, product of your choice from Stampin' Up! So yeah, thanks so much. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you next Friday for another Festive Friday video. Thank you. Bye-bye.